Florida.
Gentleman's recognized for 2 minutes.
Mr. Speaker, today I rise in support of the men and women of law enforcement whose selfless service to a noble cause fills me with humble gratitude. Being a law enforcement officer requires more than training. It requires sacrifice, devotion, integrity, and honor. Most importantly, it requires an unshakable faith in the value and importance in the rule of law. What keeps our civil society from descent into lawlessness and chaos? What separates civilization from savagery? It is a thin blue line. These men and women of law enforcement who give their blood, sweat, tears, and sometimes their lives in order to protect and serve communities, who make a country a safer place, one street, one neighborhood, and one community at a time. As a society, our laws enshrine freedom, our security, and our liberty. They uphold America's promise of innate fairness. But for their service and devotion to our great nation, our law enforcement officers are often criticized and scorned by some they serve. And yet, through it all, they continue to serve and protect. Too often, these brave men and women are targets of violence, which is why I support the Thin Blue Line Act. An attack on law enforcement is an attack on the freedom of the United States of America, and it cannot be tolerated. Mr. Speaker, some have spoken out in opposition to the death penalty in this discussion, and they would say, only God can judge. And while that is true, certainly the United States government can do a better job setting up the meeting. And so today I rise in support of heroes, and I hope my colleagues will do the same. I yield back.